Hello, everyone. Just testing the system, going live. Right, let's see. Not sure if it's on yet. Hoping that it will be on. Maybe there is a delay. Let's find out. Okay, some ad. All right. Hi, everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me well enough. I'm not quite sure. So there is some delay in the... Okay, fantastic. I see people are right and they can hear me. Okay, brilliant. How's everyone doing? And so where everyone is watching from. I'm so happy that my setup is working so far because I wasn't sure. It's the first time I'm doing live stream from this sort of studio. Hi, Larry. Hi, Humble Family Travels. Hello, hello. I'm not sure if I'd be able to pronounce everyone's names right, so I apologize in advance. Hi, Svetlana. Yvette. Hi. Dee's wept away. Right. Let me just adjust my sound here to make sure. All right, loud and clear from London. Hi, Samuel. From Canada, Heron Anderson, Natalie Mate Calvo. I'm not sure if I pronounce it right. Svetlana from London. Is offered if I can organize a vacation for her. Hi, Svetlana. Denzel, watching from Falmouth. I wonder if it's Falmouth in Jamaica or Falmouth in England, or somewhere else. All right. Milton Evans, hi. Kayakati Yak. Ontario, Canada. William from Kenya. Oh, fantastic. Hi. Hi to Kenya. Atlanta, Georgia. SG Ola from the UK. Right. I hope there are no delays with my live stream. I don't know. Mandeville, Jamaica. Hi, Ron. The person with nickname not here. I'm not sure if it's also the nickname of one of our patrons. All right. From Florida. Who else? Okay, I'm not going to name everyone yet, but I'm super happy to see everyone here. There is a first question if we have a super chat, and we don't, unfortunately, because my channel is registered in Jamaica. I know there are Jamaican YouTubers who have their channel registered in Canada or somewhere, and then they can use super chat, but not my case, unfortunately. Not allowed to use super chat from Jamaican channels. Jamaica is not an eligible country for that, sadly. Right, now the other question, I'm just trying to figure out what would be best to use the chat on YouTube or the chat on StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard to do this live stream. Please don't forget to give a like to the live stream. I see 90 people watching, but 30 likes. I don't know. YouTube might delay on showing. Hi from Portmore, Jamaica. Pennsylvania. Okay, all right, brilliant. Okay, our patron. I love the nick. The nickname. All right, welcome everyone. Everton from New York. Tishan. Funny and sweet. Hello from Vancouver, Canada. Right, wonderful. So we're going to talk about quite a few things today, and as I mentioned in the video description, it is 10 years since I moved to Jamaica. It actually happened on the 13th of October, 2014. And I came with my husband and our 2 sons. So we've been here, for 10 years precisely, and 4 days now. So what is it? 6 days. It's 19th today. And tomorrow is also my younger son's birthday. He's turning 18 years old, so that's going to be a big event. But I decided, I have to run this live stream. It's been over a year since last time I did a live stream, so it's been a quite a long time. I'm not big on live streams. I prefer to, write scripts and create videos. Usually when I run a live stream, it's mostly me talking about something prepared, like I would have a list of topics. But I just thought, I hardly ever communicate with my audience other than in the comments. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to actually have a look what people are writing in chat messages and reply to them. And then if anyone has a question, I'd try to address as many questions as possible. But I also would like to, make notes and, make announcement about the things that are upcoming on this channel. I'm going to grab some tea. While I'm talking, I would need some. Okay, so if at some point my sound gets weird or you hear some outside noise because I'm touching my microphone or something, do let me know, because I cannot hear myself, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with sound. All right, so I see okay, people are suggesting to give likes to the video. That's fantastic. Dave watching from Toronto, Canada. Linton Video Production. Oh, Linton Video Production. Dave, are you making videos? Is that your profession? Hi, Irina. Nice to see you. Watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Happy 10 years in Jamaica. Okay, how do I set up the comments? I'd like to set up comments so people can see it. All right, I think like so. Yay. So, hi, Irina. Nice to see you watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Happy 10 years in Jamaica. We love you so much for your honest vlogs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi from Kingston. Hello, fellow Kingstonian, Diane. Happy to see you here. Diane is actually my friend in real life. So, hi, Diane. Not many of my real life friends are actually watching my channel, so thank you for being here, Diane. All right. Okay, so some more positive comments. You look lovely, Irina. Can't believe that you have an 18-year-old son. Well, some people think I'm in my 60s. So what do you know? I'm actually 44 years old, but I've had a lot of comments, people thinking that I'm way older than that. So yeah, I'm kind of used to it now. All right, so people, Ipma Baru. Not sure if I pronounce your name right. Wonder where you're from. Think you're from Indonesia, from somewhere from Asia. Where are you from? Please remind me. I remember you were writing to me before, and I was like, wow. Oh, Papua New Guinea, right. Papua New Guinea. Sorry, my pronunciation. In Ukrainian, we say Papua Nova Guinea. Yeah, so I'm kind of. I often mispronounce names of countries. One of the most famous one, I say Haiti for a country which everyone says Haiti in English, which I don't like the way it sounds. What do you mean Haiti? It's Haiti. It sounds much better. Anyway, hope you're doing. Hope you are doing IRIE. I am today, definitely. So I just wanted to give big up to our subscriber from Papua New Guinea. I've never been to Papua New Guinea. The closest I was Malaysia. Watching you from UK there in November. Can't wait. Thanks for all the advice over the past few years. Well, the Rochester has been our subscriber probably from the very beginning, because I remember your name from a long time, really. And the Korea Watson. Hey, Irina, watching you from California, originally from Portland. Hi to California. It's still early there. Oh, wow. Really? So yeah, well, that's one of the situations when you look like me. Like when I was 16 years old, people always thought I was about 25, which was great if I wanted to buy something like beer. But now everybody thinks so much, although it doesn't matter. Anyway, hello, watching you from Boston, MA, born Kingstonian. Hi, Yasmin. Wonderful. Okay, do you feel more Jamaican than Ukrainian now, or how would you a lot, percentage to both? Okay, I am, um, it's actually a very difficult question because I had never felt like a Ukrainian because I'm quite different from everyone else in Ukraine. I had a very strange life living in different countries. And I don't feel like a Jamaican. I just often feel like I'm out of place all the time, and at the same time, I'm at home anywhere I go. So whichever country I come, I sort of feel comfortable. Yeah, so I don't feel neither Ukrainian nor Jamaican, but I consider myself a Ukrainian, definitely. Even though ethnically, I'm only 25% Ukrainian. Everything else is kind of Middle Eastern. So, um, like and share, SG. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Well, especially give a like for that. Watching from London. Congrats on a decade in JA. Yes, thank you. We'll be there with my daughter. When is it? Next week. I can't wait. Yes, please. Well, I hope you have a fantastic trip. Oh, Weather Jamaica. Hi, men. This is a brilliant YouTube channel. For those who don't know, I am actually subscribed to this channel and the Twitter account. Big up Weather Jamaica. Some excellent coverage of Hurricane Beryl. I was following. How's the weather in your area? Well, the weather is it was rainy. It's good now. It's good now. Yes. Follow Weather Jamaica. Very nice. Especially like on Twitter is always like very thorough with what's going on. So brilliant. Well, Twitter is X now. Yeah, and the YouTube channel, of course. Okay, so what is it? What is it? Happy 20 years, but don't forget Heroes Day weekend. Okay, it's 10 years, but just got back from Jamaica September the 6th, but returned from Christmas to St. Anne age. Doesn't matter. And I'm 75. Don't look it either. Well, you see, that's the thing. Brilliant, brilliant. And yeah, I know age doesn't matter, but people treat you differently when they think you're a certain age. And I also sound much older, so that's the thing. But anyway, thank you so much, and I hope we get back to Jamaica soon again. Right, there are just okay. Would be great to meet you for a coffee when they're in November. To thank you personally, as you know, I'm officially a Jamaican citizen thanks to you. Absolutely, yes. I don't think we've met in person. I don't think so. Actually, this is a very good topic, and I shall probably start with this. I am hoping to maybe organize a meeting in real life in Kingston with our subscribers. And I think this can be a good idea because quite a lot of my subscribers are in Kingston. And then those who are not in Kingston might actually think of traveling to Kingston for a few hours or maybe for some nice weekend. And we can meet up and talk. I'm looking for some interesting venue that we can use for that. I'm still considering this, and I just wanted to make this as a first announcement because obviously it's been a while. I've been running this channel for over 4 years now, and when I just started, somebody asked me, "Let's meet up in real life. Let's organize some sort of not a party because I'm not a big party person, but just an event, meet up to exchange thoughts and ideas and to have a drink together." And then I thought, when I have 100,000 subscribers, that would be, a good way to celebrate. And then I hit 100,000 subscribers last year, and I just never had the chance to organize anything. It's been really hectic with me moving to Kingston, and I think this can be a very good idea. What do you think? Or what do you think? I know there's going to be a delay from when I'm saying it and then I'm seeing your replies, but I think this could be a good option. I was originally thinking Montego Bay because it has beaches. Kingston doesn't much, but then it's not like we're going to go for a swim. So, yeah, so I'm thinking about some venues here in Kingston, and maybe we can organize something in December or first, like in the beginning of January, something like this. What do you think, guys? Right now. Mhm. Everton Brown, thank you for always showing Jamaica in a good light. Uh, I am trying to. There are a few things that are not particularly positive sometimes, like my latest couple of videos about JPS were not really, well, it was showing Jamaica in a good light, but it was also showing Jamaica in a very expensive light. Anyway, yeah, so that was a bit of a problem with that. Um, Listed in the South, happy 10-year anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. All right, weather Jamaica again. You motivate me to be consistent with my YouTube channel about the weather across Jamaica. You have my microphone, by the way. You mean you have a similar one, Yeti microphone? Yeah. It's great that I motivate people to be consistent on the channel, because I'm certainly not consistent, because some of my videos take forever to make, and as a result, I can't post consistently as vloggers do, because to create a vlog, it doesn't take, well, it takes a lot of effort, but it doesn't take as much effort as a documentary. So of course, with documentaries, I sometimes have to take forever. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing a good job on your channel. Definitely, big up, man. Big up, man. Then Dance Hall, big up 10 years. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Hey, Irina, do your sons have an accent from living in JA for 10 years? Not Jamaican accent. No, they still have Ukrainian accent. Big up, Irina. We love you in Jamaica, and we claim you as one of us. Bless up yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Not here. How did your sons adapt? Do they feel at home? They live online. Kids these days, they live in their online world, so they don't really care much. I wouldn't say it was difficult for them to adapt, because they came when they were still quite little. At first, it was a little bit difficult because of the language barrier. They didn't speak English that fluently, so it was difficult because of that. But other than that, but they don't have many friends. Most of their friends are online. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Much love back to Samuel Allen. Thank you. Paulette, Phil. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Irina, we're children of the world. I'm a patriot, but world citizen. Yeah, that's it can be hard sometimes. Are you still using Starlink? If so, how are you liking it? I haven't installed Starlink. When I made a video about Starlink, then Elon Musk started talking badly about Ukraine, and I decided not to use his service. However, I do know other people who use Starlink, and I wanted to come and interview them and show how this is going. So far, I've heard it's pretty good in terms of service. I just don't like the political situation connected to it. Yeah. All right. The Rochester travel into Kingston on the 26th. So absolutely, I'll be staying at in Santan. Just send me an email. You know my email. And for those who don't know my email, it's jamaicawithIRIE@gmail.com. Right. Blessings back to you, Abdiel. All right. Mobay in late January. Yeah. Or maybe we can do 2 hangouts, one in Kingston, one in Mobay. All right. Did you keep your property in St. James? I never had a property in St. James. I don't have any property in Jamaica. I don't have anything in Jamaica. I don't have property. I don't have a car. And yeah, the property in Montego Bay was property of my friends in Montego Bay. So yeah, I was just all right. So I don't have anything. No. We can meet up in Negril. Well, Negril is beautiful. I love the place. And I would, if I was meeting up in Negril, it would have been the Travelers Resort, because Throp is there and because I love Travelers. Wonderful hotel. I just love it. It's the way it's located as well. But Negril is way too far for me to travel now from Kingston. So it would have to be either Kingston or Montego Bay or Ochiris. Ochiris is good. Yes, I do make videos for wedding, corporate, and promotional. Okay, wonderful. So here are your contacts, Linton Video Production. So whoever is interested in having professional videos done can check you out. Anthony Simpson, happy 10 years, Irie. Hope someday you would be able to invite President Zelensky. That man is the best leader in the world, and it's not even close. Well, I would kind of stay very away from the politics, at least during my YouTube videos. But President Zelensky has way too many things to do, unfortunately. Maybe one day when this is all over. All right. Retire in 2027, had it there. Okay. Random Roadster. Good. Mm-hmm. All right. So these wept, right. These wept away. The important thing is you are truthful and have your facts. Yeah, some people get really annoyed, when I'm presenting truthful information and facts. Some people are unhappy about that. But yeah. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm still catching up with the comments. Headed there to write sailing guide for my favorite place. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Yes, I would like a sailing guide. Thank you. I love sailing. For those who are unaware, I have a video with with my teacher in Jamaica. She taught me how to sail. Caroline Barrett. I have a video on my channel about her. Has the electricity price gone down? No. Well, they said it did, but not really. It just went back to where it was before, basically. My latest bill was still higher than the one before the hurricane, so it kind of increased. So it didn't really go down. Blessings from Obey, my Montagonian friends. Okay, was it Irina? Do your kids attend college in Jamaica? No, they study online. Happy 10 years. I'm a Jamaican, and I don't think I could live there for 2 years. Much then. Well, it depends on your attitude. It depends on your attitude. Like, is the place where you live right now any better? I mean, probably. If it depends on your values and what kind of things you believe are important. Like in my case, anytime I go away from Jamaica, if I'm staying away for a couple of days, like I went to Cuba last year and I miss Jamaica so much. As soon as the plane takes off, I already miss Jamaica. So in my case, I can't stay anywhere longer than, well, I love Ukraine, but only in summer and when there is no war. Anyway, I will never give Elon $1 of my money. Yeah, I see what you mean. Are you still offering tours? Yes, absolutely. Well, the tour company is called IRIE Lab. It's irielab.com, and hopefully going to redo the website for it by the next year. Hopefully it's going to be up sometime at the beginning of next year. But the website is up now. I'm just working on getting a new one done. So yeah, the tours are running. The people I work with, our partners, let's put it that way. I don't want to call them drivers because they're not really drivers. They're like professional tour guides, but they drive too. So they're Jamaicans and they're in Montego Bay. So we run tours from Montego Bay, and I also have a team now in Negril and Gorge River. And in Kingston, yes, we now have and in Kingston a very good driver and guide who we're actually trying to organize some tours in Kingston, historical ones. So I'll be posting some information about it now. While we're on it, actually, just recently I ran a tour for people interested in history to St. Catherine Parish, and we found a place that has like every little bit of Jamaican history. Basically, it represents the times. Well, it has interesting places like the Taino Cave. So from the Taino times, then it's a very important place for the events that happened during the Spanish colonization, then when the English took over from Spanish, then during the colonial era, then during the emancipation. Like it literally, this place has everything. I'm not saying which place it is yet. It's in St. Catherine Parish, but I'm not saying the actual name because I filmed the interview with a very good guide in that area who also wrote a book about that place. about the community, and I'm going to be publishing a really good documentary on that. Well, I hope it's going to be good. I filmed bits and pieces of it. I still have a little bit to film, and it's hopefully coming up before the end of this year. So this is one of the content I'm looking forward to sharing with you, because we discovered so much. I didn't I studied Jamaican history a lot, but even I didn't know a lot of things that I learned just recently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing with you. Okay, now back to comments. Um, Right. Yes, Travelers, my happy place. Yes, the Travelers Resort in Negril. If you haven't been to the Travelers Resort, it's run by um, Wellington's family. It's Throp, Winthrop Wellington. He and his family. So it's his father who started it. I have an interview with Throp on my channel. It's a big interview. It's just under 2 hours long, but it's like one of the popular videos on my channel. Is over 200,000 views. So check it out. And if you haven't been to the Travelers Resort in Negril, definitely check it out. I just love the place. It's just so cozy and so homey, and it's renovated now. So yeah. Okay, I know you are a big tea drinker, so I'd be happy to bring a selection of English tea for you. Oh, thank you. Earl Grey tea, please. Earl Grey is my favorite. Yes. We're coming to Jamaica in March. Can we come visit you? Well, I'm in Kingston, so if you're in Kingston, we can meet up for a drink, like tea or coffee. It is though a little bit tricky for me sometimes, because people send to me emails sometimes saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be there for can we meet up?" And sometimes it's a little bit tricky because of time. People come to Jamaica, they're on vacation, but I'm not. I have to work, so as a result, it can be difficult to find time. Irina, as a detective sergeant in Jamaica's special operation. Okay, I'm not sure if I can show. Okay. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for highlighting our vibrant island, your insightful exploration of our culture, unbiased manner. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Detective sergeant in Jamaica's special operations. Great. Invest. Yvette, the truth is an offense sometimes to some people, those who don't want to hear it. Okay. I stayed at Travelers twice and I love it. Yes, Yasmin, exactly. From Tamarack, Philovia content. Thank you. Jamaica was a wonderful place to grow up. It's just the crime and job opportunities that are a problem. Depends on what you do, because in some cases job opportunities are here, especially because there is hardly any competition in some areas, because everyone leaves Jamaica. A lot of professionals, they just leave, and because they leave, there are gaps. And so if you are a professional, you can get a very good job in Jamaica, but then you might not get a salary as high as in the United States or Canada. That's true. But then you have more opportunities to grow career-wise, simply because there is no competition. So it depends, really. Yeah. But of course, if you want to get a job like something that is easy relatively to learn, like being a waitress or housekeeping and so on, so then it's more difficult to get a well-paid job in this area. Blessings to you and your beautiful family. I am happy that you're loving JA. I always say Ja because when I see the JA in Ukrainian, we would just read it as Ja, but it's JA. I am aware of that, but I'm sorry if I mispronounce it sometimes. What factors influenced the decision for your sons to study online? The freedom of travel. Kingston has great schools. So I'm just curious, especially as I'm considering education in JA. Well, it's more, my oldest son, he's into astronomy. My oldest son is 20, by the way. So my younger son is going to be 18 tomorrow, but my older one is 20. So, and he loves astronomy, and Jamaica is not particularly a big place to study astronomy, so he studies online. yeah, and physics and maths. Jamaica is good for STEM. In general, there are some really good colleges and universities when you want to study physics and maths, but astronomy is not something particularly interesting. And my youngest son, he's into computer gaming. Actually, he wants to be a YouTuber, not like me, because he thinks I'm a boring one. I'm just talking boring stuff for him. I'm not making fun videos. So. But other than that, he wants to be a YouTuber. But in terms of studying, it's either video production he wants to study, or computer science. And in both cases, it's easier to find the opportunities online. At the moment, he's studying online because of the language. He studies in Ukrainian. Yeah. So anyway, it's complicated. So it's not because Jamaica doesn't have good schools. Jamaica has perfect schools. But remember, we were in Montego Bay first, and now we moved to Kingston. So it's a good thing he's studying online. So we can just relocate easier. Please put the website link in your description or bio on YouTube. I do have it in my description. You probably mean my tour company. It is in the when you go into YouTube homepage for Jamaica with IRIE, you would see it. It says IRIE Lab at the top. It would have a link. What does it have a link to? I think it's yeah. So if you just go to it has a link to Patreon and IRIE Lab. So yeah. Mm-hmm. What is the reason for your kids not studying in any of the institutions in Jamaica? Well, just explained why. How have your children and husband found living in Jamaica? I want to move there next year. My children are 9 and 8 years old. I actually asked my husband if he would agree to be with me on this live stream, but he's just too shy. He doesn't like cameras. Yeah, otherwise he could have told you. Yeah, it's a difficult question because we don't really discuss that. It's just, because we've been here for 10 years and our kids grew up here. So they don't really know much other life. And for my husband, he loves it, obviously. He's loving it. I mean, and also when we moved to Jamaica, it was already, we moved because of various reasons, but certainly not because of the war. And now there is war in Ukraine. So we don't even have a place to come back, a safe place to come back, let's put it that way. Okay, St. Catherine is my parish. Definitely looking forward to that content. Great. St. Catherine is a parish that is not often talked about, certainly not in terms of tourism, which is a shame because it does have a lot of amazing places and attractions. And when it comes to history, that is where the history is. It's, the Spanish town was the capital. Anyways, this is a long story. I am hoping that if I manage to get sponsorship, which I'm working on right now, I'd be able to make a documentary about each parish together with historians, Jamaican historians, and that would be it's just the project itself would be so great. And also remember, I had a video, Ireland and Jamaica, which now has over 500,000 views. It recently got up again and people were watching it a lot. And also the Paul Bogle video that I published last year sort of got very popular just last month again. And so the Ireland and Jamaica video I did, it was just the first video. I want to make the other 52 videos, like for each ethnic group in Jamaica. So that was my original plan, and I was hoping I could showcase my Ireland and Jamaica video as an example, and then do with every other country, ethnic group, not country really. So I am still working on this. It's too many projects that have to be developed at the same time because you have to wait for replies, and replies might take forever. And this is where I would also like to mention, in April this year, I applied for funding for the JSDI's Jamaica Screen Development Initiative. That was launched by the government of Jamaica. It's Jump Pro that is managing it. And in April, I made a short video talking about it, like filming in Jamaica. And I decided to apply in order to get funding for proper documentary film. And, but it takes forever, to get through and for them to reply. And I don't even know if my application is going to be approved or not. It was pre-approved in terms of like I've provided all the documents, but now it would take some time for them to see if my project deserves funding. And if it does, well, then we're going to be making a proper film. And I honestly can't wait to do it. And yeah, so this is one of the other projects that is on the line. And it is, all of these projects, they're sort of slowing down the work we can do on the YouTube channel because I'm working alone so far, but I'm trying to expand, get a team and get sponsorship and everything. And of course, while I'm doing that and filming the upcoming videos, I have to do everything step by step, and that's why it takes me a long time to publish each video. So it's filming, the editing, and yeah. So I saw some comments in one of my videos. People were asking like, "Where have you disappeared?" And I haven't disappeared. I'm here. I'm working. I'm working harder than ever. I just don't publish as often, unfortunately. I wish I could. Anyway, the GPS video was a public service. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Everton Brown. Yes, thank you. Yes, JPS video, I hope was useful at least to some people, definitely. And the story isn't over with JPS yet. I'm still working on that. So there will be some news upcoming soon on that. Greetings from Bermuda. Please repeat your email. I am Jamaican in the diaspora for decades, and I am a Montegonian. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me try to. You know what? Let me try to write it here. Jamaica with IRIE@gmail.com. I'm still using my Gmail address for this. Let me try. Can you see it here? All right. So this Jamaica with IRIE@gmail.com. So this should work, right? So this should be good. All right. Oh no, my comments now scrolled down, so I'm not sure if I can see them. All right. So hello to Bermuda. Yep. I really love and respect. You are 100% Jamaican now. You're not Jamaican now, yeah. Not yet. But me and our tourists can try. All right. Shani, if you have strong internet, you can work online. Yeah, this is actually what some people do. They get a job in the United States or Canada or elsewhere, and then they just come to Jamaica and work here. And the internet is really good in Jamaica now. I mean, in Kingston. In other areas, it can be challenging, but in Kingston, it's definitely great. Yeah, I have 2 internet connections right now. I have both Digicel and Floor. And so far, I've really enjoyed the fact that if one of them is down, at least the other one is working. So that's good. And I also have data service on that. This is like I can pretty much 100% stay online, except the moments when there is a hurricane. I lived in Treasure Beach 6 years before moving to the northern coast. When will you cover video of St. Elizabeth called Treasure Beach? I did a video on Treasure Beach after the hurricane. So there is like a separate video on Treasure Beach after the hurricane. And then I recently did a video on every parish in Jamaica after the hurricane, which was an extremely difficult video to make. It took me 6 weeks, and I regretted 100 million times that I decided to do that video because it was way harder than I expected. I originally thought I would just travel to every parish and film every parish quick. And because I thought nothing happened after the hurricane. And then when I started driving around and I realized how much damage was done by the hurricane, I was like, oh dear. So yeah, so it took me a very long time to edit it, post-production, to find all the information, check it 100 times. But the video is now, it's over 100,000 views. So at least people liked watching it and learning what happened. Jamaica is doing pretty good now. I mean, in terms of after the hurricane, it recovered more or less. Okay, we're still struggling with problems in terms of food. We have issues with bananas. There are no bananas. It's like there are bananas, but it's very difficult to find them. The prices for some items ridiculous. Like there were in supermarkets, I wanted to buy some onions, and it was like 980, well, about 1,000 Jamaican dollars per kilogram of onions, which is what, like $8 somewhere around. Yes, it's like 10 Canadian dollars. It's just way too expensive. And at some point, tomatoes were around 2,500 Jamaican dollars, which is what, 20 US dollars for a kilogram of tomatoes. It's just crazy. Now the prices went down a little bit, but not, completely. And that's because of the hurricane. The consequences of not having enough vegetables, because a lot of them were damaged. A lot of the plants were damaged. All right. All right. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Also, your video on travel advisory was fantastic. Definitely political. It gives Jamaica a bad reputation, whereby there are much more dangerous places. Take the UK. It's ridiculous with all the knife crime. The other thing is people have to be careful on every country. The media sometimes exaggerates information. So in the UK, it can be dangerous in some places, but other places you can just live and nothing's happening there ever. So it depends really where you live. But yeah, the travel advisory was ridiculous. They did improve it though. The new one they published in this summer is better one, kind of more accurate one. Let's put it that way. Hey, Irina, have you ever lived in Mauritius? That's where I was born. Live in London for 50 years. Came to Mobay for the first time in May, coming back for 3 months, 1st November, and staying in Flamingo Bay, is it? I think. Anyway, I've never lived in Mauritius, but I visited Mauritius in the year 2000. Actually, that was the first country I saw for the millennium. That was our vacation for the millennium. So we went to Paris in 1999, 2000 for the 1st of November, 1st of January, and then on the 1st of January we woke up in Paris and then flew to Mauritius. So that was some vacation. It was me with my parents, a while ago. But yeah, visited Mauritius. What a beautiful, beautiful island. I prefer Jamaica, but Mauritius is definitely, and yeah, very nice place. I understand your husband not wanting to be on camera. My husband has his own YouTube channel. I help him to do a lot for it, just behind the scenes. Yeah, that's exactly what my husband does. He helps me so much with this channel. It's like it's two of us really working on it now because he does a lot of the second camera work. He like recently, by the way, here is a little more update information for you. In September, I was very fortunate to do a collab with Ross Kitchen. As you know, Ross Kitchen is one of the biggest YouTube channels about, well, I wouldn't say it's about Jamaica, but it kind of has Jamaica as the main theme. And it was also one of the first channels that featured Jamaicans and Jamaica on YouTube because Matthew started a very long time ago. He started in 2010 when YouTube was just 5 years old, So, and I have wanted to do a collab with Ross Kitchen for quite some time now, but then that drama happened last year and I just kept stayed away from it. And now I thought it was a good time, to run a collab with Ross Kitchen and also with Ross Tomoko. And I met him and I spoke to him. I haven't filmed him, but I spoke to him and we agreed that we could do some filming as well. And but I interviewed Matthew from Ross Kitchen and we sort of did a few videos for his channel as well. So it was very interesting experience. I learned a lot from him because he's a professional filmmaker. So, and to see him on set when he was filming and, getting tips on things, that was extremely useful. People might not realize that Russ Kitchen Matthew is a filmmaker because he's like making YouTube videos, and people often say, "Oh, a YouTuber," but he is actually a professional. So that explains why his video quality is so good. Anyway, so that was very, very useful experience. And yeah, so that documentary is coming up on our channel soon. Soon, before the end of this year, I hope before December. So please stay tuned for it, especially if you're a fan of Russ Kitchen as well. Of course, as you know, I can't just publish a video. I have to make like an entire documentary out of it. But yeah, that's coming up. Okay, so thank you so much. I have learned so much from you. Your info is very informative and on point. Thank you so much as well, and thank you for supporting us on Patreon. I really appreciate it. This entire channel at the moment is 100% sponsored by patrons. I do want to make a little I'd like to share a little inside information. In 2022, I was actually thinking of closing down this channel. Not because I didn't want to make videos, it's because when I started this channel, I had passive income. And that passive income was coming from my online school and from my properties in Ukraine, because I had a few properties there that I rented out, So I could use that money to fund my videos, right? And then in 2022, when the Russian invasion started and like the collapse of our currency in Ukraine, and also people had to leave and all of that. So obviously, and also my online school was mostly aimed at Russian-speaking people. It was teaching IELTS, and I just completely canceled it. I completely removed it. So I stopped doing that. And just lost that income. I also lost income from my property. So I ended up with no income, like, to run this channel. And I was like, okay, well, I cannot afford it anymore. And for people who don't know, YouTube ads, they bring good revenue, but it sometimes covers video production, but in most cases it doesn't. It's just not enough to cover video production in terms of the kind of content I make. If I was making just simple vlogs, then it would be just fine, but when you try to put an effort and then you put music and all of that, and travel a lot and interviews and equipment and all of that. So I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I can continue, simply because I couldn't afford to run it. But then, there were patrons who I couldn't let down. And that's the main reason I thought, I'll just continue going as much as I can. And there were more people who joined Patreon. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that sort of covers my expenses at least. So I'm not, losing that much money on the channel. And that is the main reason, because of the patrons, that the channel continues. So huge big up to them, even if it doesn't mean that you guys all have to go and support us on Patreon. No, I'm just want to give big up to our patrons. Thank you so much for keeping this channel running. All right, so Julia tells everyone to hit the like button, and I totally agree. Thank you so much. All right, my favorite is Ital Food. We'll visit next time. Ital Food is pretty good in Jamaica, and it's also very diverse. People sometimes might not realize how diverse Ital Food can get. People would think it's just like no salt and just, but no. It's in Jamaica. If you get the right people who know what they're doing in terms of cooking, and in Jamaica, a lot of people can cook pretty well, but in terms of like Ital Food, it's not as easy to find just by walking in the street, because not as many Ital Food places as one might expect to find in Jamaica. But once you get them, the diversity of food is brilliant. Last year there was Ital Food Fest, and I filmed it, and I interviewed people there, and I never published that video because I was like, no, I just gonna wait until we have next ITAL Food Fest, and I get another interview with the organizers, and I put the content that I filmed last year to help them, get more exposure. So I'm waiting, and I hope they will organize another ITAL Food Fest the upcoming year, because even though it was small, but it's always small when you just launch it. So hopefully they will do it next year, and it will be a lot of fun because food there was so good. It was so good. Fingers crossed on getting the funding. I would love to see those documentaries on each parish. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You should showcase restaurants and street vendors because many people don't know where to go when they visit Jamaica. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. And my YouTube channel definitely lacks food content. And I am working with one very interesting person right now who lives not too far from me. And she is a professional chef. And I'm hoping we're going to make some very nice videos on Jamaican food. But street vendors, definitely 100%. I even have one person who I made arrangements with. He's in Montego Bay, and I haven't filmed him yet, but that's upcoming. Thank you. All right, next. Hey, Irina. I've been a subscriber for years, and I really love your content. The level of detail and research you do for your YouTube, for your videos, is incredible. I hope this channel shares teaching all about our journey. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all the support for sure. Um, and yeah, I try to put as much effort as I can in research, to make sure everything is accurate. Things are changing in Jamaica. That's awesome. Yes, that's the reply to one of the other comments. Everyone, don't forget to like the live. Thank you. Okay. Cycle Jamaica. Starlink is the best. It's never it never goes down, and cheaper for Wi-Fi and all USA networks. Are you in the United States, or are you in Jamaica? Yeah, but yeah, Starlink in terms of quality is really good. Yeah, I've heard. I haven't used it, but in terms of quality, I've heard it's very good. Your videos on the hurricane and aftermath deserve an award, to be honest. Ah, thank you so much. Yes, I was trying to. You said you have digital and flow internet. In your opinion, which one works better and has a stronger signal? Um, Digital, just it's not even a discussion. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm unlucky with Flow. I've heard that some people had very stable connection from Flow internet, but in my case, it's been Digicel. I mean, I've been using both since December last year, right? So it's going to be a year now. Digicel had outages, very few outages, and if they happen for only like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Whereas with Flow, we literally had 3-4 days with no internet. And it's just, I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I don't want to, give bad reputation to Flow. If, it's just sharing my opinion. I hope the service is going to get better because they have all the equipment for it and everything. And also, Digicel, the one that I use is called Digicel Plus or something. It's like a package for home. It's not available anywhere in the North Coast, from what I know. Maybe they are changing that soon, but when I was in Montego Bay, I couldn't get it. It's only in Kingston. I have a video called Kingston versus Montego Bay, and I do mention that as well. So if you haven't watched it, please check it out. Norma Legister. Hi, Norma. I've been around for a long time. My long-time subscriber. I remember your name really well. Hi, Irina. Thanks for all the great content over the years. What would be a typical day in your life? It's very easy to describe. I wake up at 6 a.m. My husband brings me coffee, and then I work on my content. And then I go to bed at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., somewhere around that. On days when I do shooting, filming, I go out and do filming and then come back. I literally spend at least 8 hours in front of my computer, sometimes 10 hours. I haven't been to the beach for like a year now. Yeah, about a year. I don't see Jamaica. Not a very exciting answer, I know. But that's the reality. Unfortunately, I do need to change something. I need to reorganize my work so that I can spend less time at my computer and more time outside filming, and then have somebody who is doing post production to assist me on that, so that I wouldn't have to spend as much time online, on my computer. I do love editing, though. This is the best thing I love the most about all the video production is the post production. I love editing a lot. This is my passion, the actual editing process. Um, yeah, so that's my day. Thank you, Norma, for the question. Everton, I hope you get the funding for the film. I'm in New York and I'm waiting for my passport for a year now. Good luck. Um, why are you waiting for your passport for a year? Do you mean Jamaican passport or do you mean American passport? Um, it might take some time, though. Might take some time. Price gorging. Damn nothing gonsa. Sorry, my pronunciation. My patois is terrible. Some people tell me, why don't you speak more patois? I do, just not on camera because I don't want to embarrass myself because I sound so ridiculous. When people are trying to speak a foreign language that they're not very good at and they just sound funny, it's not me. So sorry if I'm misreading it. But yes, you're right. They're gouging the prices up. What aspects of Jamaican culture have you embraced the most, and how do they compare to traditions from Ukraine? Oh, aspects of Jamaican culture that I embrace the most. It's very difficult to say. I think I love the most thing I love about Jamaican culture is that people often are very sincere. That it's not really culture thing, but it is in a way. It's a society thing in Jamaica. People are generally quite open. They um, don't really talk behind your back. Sometimes maybe they do, but in my case, it would usually people just tell me in my face what they think, and if it's something positive, it's positive, and if it's negative, they just say the negative thing in my face. I never had any kind of issues like I used to have when I lived in the United Kingdom for 6 years. I spent 6 years in England. And there, I always found it very difficult to understand what people actually thought of my ideas, of me, right? Sometimes I would come to a person and offer something to them like, oh, let's go there or let's do that. And they would say, yes, sure, Audrey, I'd be very happy to help or something like this. And then you never know whether that's what they meant or they were just being polite. And this is something that I found very difficult in England because a lot of people would not just speak their mind. They would just be very polite often, unless, of course, they have quite a few beers on Friday night. But other than that, whereas in Jamaica, people just speak what they think. And I do appreciate that. Quite recently, one of the people I was talking to, in one of the group that I'm a member of. And we were talking about some content, article writing, and stuff like that. And I asked her to suggest some of the tips for an article. And she started giving me information, and some of this information wasn't accurate. And I started correcting her. And she said, "You're beginning to annoy me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's Jamaican. It's just I really appreciate that. I really appreciate when people are straightforward. I find that very easy. So that's the aspect I really like, and how it compares to Ukraine. Ukrainian people are similar in this way. Sometimes they can be. So yeah, that's something I really, really like about living in Jamaican society and the way the culture works. But other than that, I really embrace most things about Jamaican culture. So yeah, just blessings checking in from Australia. How are you, host? Well, hey to Australia. It's really late now. Wow, it's really, really late. But yeah, happy to see you here. Big up yourself. Okay, yeah. Big up yourself. I can't Miki Poo. Yes. Hey, Irina, thanks for your investment of time, talent, and money in capturing the full picture of Jamaica. You're really gifted, and I, for one, am grateful you're using it in this way. Thank you so much, Just Ran. Thank you. I appreciate the support, definitely, definitely. Um, oh, Flamingo Beach, yes. And oh, all right, okay. Hey, TC. Always enjoy watching your channel. Thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, you thought I lived in Montego Bay. All right. Well, yeah, I moved to Kingston in December last year, 2023. Yeah. Can't wait for that Mass Kitchen content. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. It's just it was so interesting to interview um everyone involved in the channel, you know. So definitely Matthew's very easy to interview. Matthew is very good on camera. So it's very helpful, you know, because sometimes we interview people who are not comfortable with camera because they haven't worked with camera as much. But in case of Matthew, it was very easy. And Rastamoko, he is of course very comfortable on camera too, so that's brilliant. And the other people who I interviewed for that documentary, they're pretty good too. Anyway, but you'll see. Anyway, I hope it's going to be nice. I hope it's going to come out really well. Can anyone go into the White Witch Castle? What's the White Witch Castle? What is White Witch Castle? I have no idea. Do you mean maybe the Rose Hall Great House, the night tour about Annie Palmer? Is that the one you mean? I'm not sure. How are your parents doing in Ukraine? Are they safe? Well, it would be my parents-in-law. They are they are more or less safe. They are in the area where there is not as much. Well, actually, everywhere in Ukraine now they're bombing, rockets flying, but they are okay. They're safe so far. Um, my parents, they passed away a long time ago, so yeah, so it's my parents-in-law. Irina, thanks for being an advocate for Jamaica, especially the BNB community. Yeah, definitely. You know, I used to run Airbnb for a very long time, and it was great experience. It's just maybe I will do it again if I manage to get my own property at some point. Definitely considering this as an option. Don't you think it's amazing in this day and age the amount of people you have um, touched and influenced? You were truly a diamond. Can't wait to catch up in November. Thank you so much. Oh gosh, just people telling me so many nice things. Thank you. I'm waiting for someone to start telling me bad things. You know, but thank you, Rochester. Hey, all right. So these are just a shout out to the patrons, right? Thank you, Diane. Yes, yes. Shout out to the patrons. Okay, there are a lot of comments, and I'm lagging behind. I'm really sorry. Can you do a follow-up video on cost of living in Jamaica? Yes, actually, yeah, I should because a lot of the things changed. Did you get to Black River Day? Black River Day? What do you mean? Maybe Black River Film Festival Day? Yes. Hello, Irina. I like your channel. Thank you. Are you getting comfortable in Kingston now that you're there some months now? Yeah, I mean, I was kind of comfortable in Kingston right away, but I miss Montego Bay really badly. I really want to go to Montego. I just miss the atmosphere in Montego Bay, and it's because it's been my home for quite some time. So, yes, but if I go to Montego Bay, I would now miss Kingston, mostly because of my friends. Kingston, yes, I am. Digital internet is better, right? Yes, I second that. Okay, so people talking about digital being better. I agree. Will you be covering the fact that Jamaica wants to become a republic? I did have my video on that. It's called "Should Jamaica Leave the Queen?" I made that video a few years ago, while the Queen of the UK, and Queen of Jamaica was still alive at that time. Check it out. It has all the information, and I don't have an opinion on that because I'm sort of not allowed to have an opinion on that. Um, so, okay, guys, we have about half an hour more. I don't want to run it for like 2 hours, but 1.5 hours should be good for a live stream. I hope it's going to be okay. I've made a couple of announcements already, so that is good. Keep pushing on, Irina. Your work is greatly appreciated. A few years ago, you promised to look into the history of Germans in Seaford, Westmoreland, Jamaica, and the history. Thanks again. I did go there, and I met Father Chris, who is absolutely amazing Jamaican person of German descent, and he has some of the best German Jamaican food I've ever tried. He cooks, I mean, he's actually getting really famous on social media. I will hopefully be making a video about him specifically, and then yes, I still want to make, by the way, this is one of those videos that I mentioned I want to do on Out of Many One People, like the one I did on Ireland and Jamaica is the same about Germany and Jamaica, or rather Germans and Jamaica. I don't know. Yeah. But it would have to come after, because the next ethnic group I'm looking into is Yoruba. There is currently the people who live in Nigeria mostly, and a few other countries. I'm not sure if Yoruba live apart from Nigeria, where else they live. But yeah, so that is the ethnic group I was kind of more into to make the next video. So it's Ireland and Jamaica, and the next one Yoruba and Jamaica, but we'll see how that goes. If I manage to find the right people and the funding to do it, because I've never been to Nigeria. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. Okay, Everton, I hope you get your Jamaican passport soon. I think it does take them sometimes, a while to get it done. But I think if you come to Jamaica and try to sort of speed up this process, it can help. People from the UK are just polite. Yes, they are polite. Yes, and sometimes, and that's why sometimes it's difficult to tell what they think. Which is not a bad thing. I just find it tricky for myself. Canadians are like that too, very polite. Yeah, but in a different way, though. In a very different way. I find it's sort of easier to understand Canadians than the British, even though I never lived in Canada. But yeah, sort of. To me, the English people are the mystery people. Yeah. In terms of the way they talk and deliver their thoughts. Yeah. I prefer the directness of Jamaicans or wishy-washy talk. Yeah, well, that is also my preference. What do you think of the Spark program, a $45 billion project that's designed to fix over 2,000 roads on the island? I don't have a particular thought on that yet. I haven't done any research on it, so that's why I cannot have an opinion on it. Unfortunately, yeah, once I do some research, I'd be able to share my thoughts on this. At the moment, I cannot, I'm afraid. But thank you. Good question. Take a break, Mom, and go on the beach. Yeah, actually, I was on a beach when I was filming some content, but I wasn't on the beach, if you see what I mean. I was just filming stuff, and I didn't really get to see the beach other than then on my computer when checking the content. Yeah, but yeah, good point. I need to. Congratulations to your Jamaican anniversary in the island paradise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I want the Ukrainian hoti, I would imagine that's. Yeah, there are many of them in Ukraine. There are absolutely beautiful women in Ukraine. Hello, Irina. I am a big supporter of YouTube channels. Your channel is above the rest when it comes to what you put out. Keep up doing what you're doing, because the sky is the limit for you. Thank you so much. Keep on doing. Thank you so much. Yes. The only problem is that it takes so long to produce each video, which is just so annoying. And people, and YouTube favors those. Thank you for blessings, blessings back. YouTube favors those who publish regularly. If I were to publish every day, even if my content was rubbish, my channel would have been like million subscribers by now. Okay, not million, but 500,000 or so for sure. But because I publish once a month or once every 2 weeks, um, yeah. So originally I thought when I have patrons, I would be able to hire someone and then, produce more content per month, like maybe one video a week. That was my goal. But then I realized that it was just not enough to cover the expenses for each video, and all I could afford, I was just doing that. So that was um where are the Ukrainian Horty? Well, they are in Ukraine. I wish the Jamaican government would incorporate local vendors along their highways, because that used to be a highlight drive into the country in JA. Miss the beautiful craft stores of Fern Gully. Did they remove them? They were there. But then I haven't been to Fern Gully in quite some time now. They were definitely there before COVID. After COVID, I don't remember because I didn't drive there. I need to take a drive. They were there, and I still see people, the craftsmen and the fruit stores and everything along the road. Definitely, even right after the hurricane, as I was driving, as I would stop and buy fruits along the road. Yeah, the people are still there. You move to Jamaica for the weather and not enjoying it. That's not good. Yeah, exactly. I am sort of enjoying it because at least I don't need to put 100 layers of clothes when I'm going to the supermarket. So enjoying hearing about your Jamaican journey. Did you hear about the Sandals Jamaica Love event in Montego Bay? Adam Stewart said that Jamaica is having a moment and the economy is on the upswing. I haven't heard about it because I was all busy doing filming, so I haven't had a chance to have a look into it. The economy is doing well, but the tourism industry has been actually this year it was very difficult in terms of tourism for Jamaica. I don't know about the official statement. I cannot wait to see the statistics next year for this year, because honestly, from what I've seen, tourism went down so much. We first, the travel advisory did some damage because people just canceled their trips for spring. So the spring break season, when we were supposed to have a lot of travelers, went out of basically no tourists. There were still tourists coming, but just very few. And then the hurricane, and then after the hurricane, even though Jamaica was sort of recovering fast, people just thought, oh, okay, so there was a hurricane, I'm not going. And so that slowed down. And now is a slow season, like September, October, generally. And also the election in the United States, sort of making it. So I don't know. Maybe it is great for sandals. I'm not sure about everyone else. I don't know but the economy is definitely doing much better than before. That's for sure, because of a combination of factors in general, because of the investment and stuff. But I mean, I'm not an economist, so it's more difficult for me to say. Congrats, keep up the work from London. For London. I'm feeling sad hearing you say you're not going out as you usually do, knowing the person you are that isn't good for you. Yeah. I have a few suggestions. Hope Gardens used to be nice, also Devon House, and yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, Diane is right. So they're talking about Rose Hall Great House, probably the White Witch. Prime Minister Holness announced infrastructure projects, including a new international airport for Negril. Hope to bump into you at the beach in Montego Bay soon. Well, I don't think you're going to be on the beach in Montego Bay anytime soon, unfortunately. Yeah, but yes, a lot of infrastructure projects are happening. It's just so much happening. I'm just taking notes, but I don't have the time to cover them all yet. Happy 10th anniversary in coming here to live. I really appreciate your love for this, my beautiful island home. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry for the loss of your parents, even if it's a long time ago. Yeah, it's a huge loss, not just for me, but for a lot of people, because they were extremely talented people. Yeah, both my mom and dad, they were both extremely talented. Anyway, one day I might make a video about some personal stuff. I don't know if anyone is going to be interested. Another question: in your 10 years, what has been the biggest changes you've seen in Jamaica? It's like a different country now. Uh, guys, when I came to Jamaica 10 years ago, it was good. It was already good. And I was already impressed because of the image of Jamaica I had you know, um, it was already good. Now, 10 years later, it's just, it's just growing. The development is so huge, especially if you're keeping the track of things. You might not realize just how much has been done in Jamaica over these last 10 years. And I'm not just, okay, I don't want to sound political, right? It's not really just the politics stuff, okay? It's mostly the businesses. The businesses are doing things, private businesses, private investors, and so on. There's so much construction going on. Um, like, one of the biggest things is that we got at least three huge changes in terms of roads. We had in 2016, we had this highway, T3 highway from North Coast to South Coast. So before, it would have taken me like 4 hours to get from Montego Bay to Kingston. Now it's can get in 2.5 hours. I mean, if it's a road taxi, it can get even faster. But but just normal driving is 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It's like brilliant. So that's 2016. Then 20, I can't remember, it's 2018 or 2019, sometime that the South Coast Highway. So they built from Montego Bay to South Coast. Now this road is pretty good, and large chunks of that road are really nice and easy to use. Before, it was all potholes and stuff, and now it's really nice roads. And then just recently, they opened this highway to St. Thomas. So like even this, and now this is bypass highway still being built in Montego Bay. So there's just a lot is happening in terms of infrastructure. Brand new hotels opened despite COVID. On the day COVID restrictions came in 2020, we had a brand new resort, Eclipse by Half Moon, that opened. This is beautiful. Now, the regular infrastructure, that we have a brand new hospital in Negril that opened. We have new schools opening. We have other private hospitals opening, and then some development is happening to the regular hospital. So there's just a lot. There's just a lot happening. And I should really make a video about this, like the changes in 10 years, and then just by infrastructure or by stuff. So generally, a lot of good things been happening in Jamaica, despite all the crazy stuff happening in the world, like COVID and the war in my first home country that influences the rest of the world. So I'm very happy about the way Jamaica is going. Yes, there are a lot of challenges, like the JPS bill now is way higher than it was in 2014, like seriously higher. In terms of consumption, people are consuming way more electricity I'm not sure why. Anyway, it's a separate topic, but yeah, some things are more challenging. The prices are way higher. Yeah. So anyway, but the development is going in the right direction, in my opinion, in terms of like getting better, and overall standard of living increased. But the prices are higher. So it's just, yeah, it's a bit tricky question, not as simple to reply, especially not on the live stream when I have no statistical data to support whatever I'm saying. Maybe I don't want to give disinformation, or misinformation rather, something, by accident. Yeah, the Rochester says that he's going to visit Father Chris when he's here. Yes, please, for everyone, if you haven't been to Father Chris' place in Seaford Town, it's actually quite. It seems like it's a long drive, but it's not really. You can reach him from Kingston and from Montego Bay and from South Coast and from Negril. It's sort of, yeah. Probably the only longer drive would be from Ocherias, maybe. Not sure, but yeah. So this definitely, if you haven't been to Father Chris, it's someone to visit. Um, And if you don't know who he is, I'm gonna be making a video about him later. So, hello, we met you when you started. Okay, be blessed. We stayed at your place. We would love to see you on our next visit in November. We love your work, and we gave taken a lot of your suggestions. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, well, my place, Calypso Villa, is not really my place. It belongs to a Jamaican family. It's still operating, but there is a large construction of a hotel happening next to it right now. It's not noisy or anything, so you can still stay at Calypso Villa if you want. But if you're in Kingston, yes, let me know. Send me an email, and we can get in touch. Yoruba are in Brazil too, as well as other Caribbean islands. Of course, because the Yoruba is they travel. They traveled and they were taken to all Americas. So definitely, it's a very interesting culture and very interesting people. Hmm. Okay, sorry, I'm just going through the comments, trying to catch up. Great job as usual, Irina. What do you think about the investment climate in Jamaica today? The investment climate. Oh, people investing money. Well, okay, I would probably not reply to this because I'm not an economist and I don't have an expertise. This is one of the rare topics that I don't know much about, so I cannot speak on them unless I have someone, I'm interviewing, or until I do proper research. I can't give my opinion on this yet. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, I think it's good, but this is just my opinion based on nothing really, because I don't have the knowledge or skills to be able to give well structured opinions. So this is unfortunately one of the topics I'm not very advanced in. Sorry, I meant we took a lot of your suggestions. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy you. Um, and I'm looking forward. For you coming to Jamaica again. Definitely. You have been a great you have been a great job. Just please don't come down. May the Lord provide the resources to continue with your great contents. Thank you so much. Well, it's the patrons that provide resources. But yeah, I see what you mean. Um, New airport for Negril. Yeah, it would be great to have a new airport in Negril. They have one airport, but it's not functioning. It's great. Okay, so I remember when I had a pen pal from Germany in the 1990s. He thought we all lived in trees. Well, some people still think that Jamaicans live in huts and in trees or something. Yeah, it's true. Happy 10th anniversary, and thank you for your generosity with your time and efforts into giving us a unique, authentic, and professional content. Well, thank you. Thank you for the support. Definitely. Following from Ghana. Oh, hello to Ghana. Abdul Rauf Suleimana. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Please do plan. Um, please do plan a video on how to travel to Jamaica because transit visa issues are troubling. Okay. Well, the problem is most people who come to Jamaica, they don't need a visa because, as you know, most people who travel to Jamaica are either Americans or Canadians or from the UK. And I thought people from Ghana don't need a visa. I'm not sure. Thought there were like special arrangements with Ghana. But yes, I only have a video on how to move to Jamaica, which is like how to relocate. So not just travel, but relocate. I have a video on my channel. I will link it in the description. All right, so expand to, okay. So I'm just trying to find some comments that are addressed to me. Went to Jamaica during Barrel and the prices everywhere was tripled. Well, right after Barrel, yeah. The especially food prices there went up. Well, not just food prices, electricity prices went up. Congratulations on your 10th year. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy 10th anniversary, Irina. I see you now as an adopted daughter of Jamaica, you have made such an amazing impact in Jamaica with your YouTube channel. Lovely, all that you do. Blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To the, I'm not sure. Um, was in Jamaica last year in summer. Lucy, Negril, Montego Bay, Ocherias, Port Antonio, Frenchman's Cove, Winfrey Bay was amazing. Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Some people are wondering, like, what is the best time of the year to travel to Jamaica? And the truth is, like, any time. Because even if it rains, fine. It's not like it's a big deal. Yeah, if it rains. I mean, if it's a huge hurricane, then yes. But other than that, so. Miss Irina, you're looking fabulous. Congrats on your 10th anniversary. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please send me your email. We will be in Kingston in November. Yes, my email is jamaicawithirie@gmail.com. So please use this one. Okay, so we're finishing soon because, yeah, I still have like 10 minutes left. Okay. Had what's that? Had no light, no water, no internet, and a lot of mosquitoes. That's probably your experience from traveling during the hurricane. Yeah, yeah. And you were Jamaican, you mentioned in one of the races. Yes. This can happen after the hurricane, yes, but well, that's what we have, you know. Irina, please help us dispel the chatter about most Jamaicans being Ghanaians. When it's on record that most Jamaicans are actually descendants of Yoruba and Igbo from the Nigeria. Okay, the truth is, okay, there are 38 ethnic groups originally from Africa that are the ancestors of Jamaican people. It's just that most Jamaican people know about Ashanti, and Ashanti are mostly in Ghana, not only in Ghana, by the way, it's also Togo, Benin, I would think. But Ashanti or Asante is also pronounced. They are the famous ones who a lot of Jamaicans know about, but not many people know about Yoruba and Igbo. And the differences, the worst thing is that people don't understand that these are very different people. Anyway, but in total, there are 38 ethnic groups who are the ancestors of Jamaicans, at least according to the sources that I was able to find, and that's how I began studying this. I would love to speak to all of them, like the modern day, Yoruba people, the modern day Igbo people, and and the historians from those cultures. Because I don't want to say countries, because Nigeria is a country, but that's it's artificially created country where a lot of people were pushed in one place, but they are actually different people. They speak different languages, and yeah, so it's a very complicated question, actually. But yes, Jamaicans are not Ghanaians, and Ghanaians are not Ghanaians because they also have like Fulani. I'm not sure if Fulani also live in Ghana. We have a person from Ghana watching this live stream, so maybe they can advise us on that. All right. All right. But Carol is saying that despite all the problems in Jamaica, would do it again. Yes, please come to Jamaica. What you did for those Jamaican students that, who were studying in Ukraine was phenomenal, and I hope they all remember you. Thank you so much. I kind of keep in touch with them. Yeah, and a lot of them are, well, at least two of them completed their education, so, and they're working as doctors, and the other ones are still studying. I think one of, yeah, but well, I was in a position when I could help, and I was happy to help. Thank you, thank you. Oh, hello from Switzerland, or I don't know if you are now in Jamaica. Right, how much time we have? Okay, like let's say 5 more minutes and we're wrapping up. I just want to make sure I go through all the comments quick. Enjoy a lot of your videos. What would you consider one of the most memorable videos, filming or editing, or most significant one? Well, the most significant one, okay, the most difficult one was Ireland and Jamaica by far. It was by far the most difficult video I ever made because it was way too many interviews to edit. Probably second to that was my documentary on Jamaicans in Ukraine. It's Being Jamaican in Ukraine. It's called. It's also like a 3-hour video, whereas the Ireland and Jamaica is a 2-hour, 15-minute video. Both of these were extremely difficult to edit, but very interesting ones too. As for the most significant, I don't know. I would say the Paul Bogle debunking video about the Thomas Jennings versus Paul Bogle, I think, was quite significant in terms of it's been like a long-standing controversy, which we were able to sort of debunk the issues with it. And yeah, I think that one was one of the significant ones. But of course, the documentaries, long format documentaries would be important. Thank you, Nake, for the question. People from Ghana and Kenya don't need a visa to visit Jamaica. Oh, good to know. I haven't checked, so I just rely on what you're saying. I understand that most Commonwealth countries don't need a visa to travel to JA. Maybe, yeah, maybe not. Probably, yeah. Congrats on the 10-year anniversary. For you are doing a great job. Thank you so much. I believe Anansi came from Ghana, well, from Ashanti. Probably, yes. Yeah, Ghana didn't exist back then. Remember, Ghana is a new, in the 20th century country, right? So, yeah. I think the similarities in aggressiveness and loudness is astounding. It's not necessarily. There are other cultures. They're just the same. I mean, have you been to Egypt? I mean, no, I just lived in Egypt for some time, so it's the same thing. Or I don't know, Ukraine on the market day, same thing. Evening, IRIE, me 10 years too. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Just got bitten badly by oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Please go vlog on how to avoid poisonous, creepy crawlies. Where? Where did you find one? Did you find one in Jamaica? Spiders also bad. There are no, well, in terms of like spiders in Jamaica, there are no life-threatening spiders, but things can bite and that can be pretty bad, especially if people are allergic. Yeah. How to avoid, yeah, that's could be a good video probably. Yeah, it might be a good video idea. Thank you. We Jamaicans grew up on Anansi stories. Yes, Anansi stories are pretty awesome. Diane, a lot of our patois is influenced by the Twi language of the Akan peoples. Precisely, yes. And Akan peoples include Ashanti. I believe Akan is a language. Is it a language? Or is it the name of the people? Yes, the name of the people and the language, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. But Twi is definitely the name of the language. That's 100%. Diane knows better, so I'm just listening to what you say. Thank you. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary, Irina. Continue your good work. I've been loving watching your videos. Thank you. Can you do a follow-up on those medical students? Do you think people will watch that though? You see, this is the thing. Like, there are so many videos I want to create for this channel, but I'm just not sure if people are going to watch them. That's the problem, because like even when I did a documentary on Jamaican students who spent time in Ukraine and had to be evacuated and everything, it's got like over 120,000 views or something, but nothing like major. So it wasn't like a lot of really people watching it. So that's the question. Would people watch it? If yes, sure. I would have to do some research in terms of like whether it's going to be popular enough, to put the effort, because if not that many people interested, then why? And not in terms of money, by the way. It's just in terms of like I could invest this time into making a video that a lot of people would be interested in watching. That's the most important. But yeah, it could be interesting for me, definitely, to make that video. Nigeria and Jamaica. Yes. Okay. Have you met other Ukrainians living in Jamaica? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Quite a few. No, well, my husband is one. I'm joking. Yes, I've met other Ukrainians. Had some trouble with the driving with all these potholes. Had to work on my driving skills. Yeah, I mean, it depends where you go in Jamaica. Yeah, if you go for somewhere in the hills, that you definitely need some driving skills to be able to feel comfortable. But highways are fine. Kingston is a bit tricky with potholes. Congrats, Irina. Thank you. Thank you, Richie Dread. Carol, my favorite debunking was definitely Paul Bogle. That was brilliant. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so happy 10th anniversary. All the best. And I will always support you. Thank you so much, Everton. I think, yeah, so I definitely appreciate everyone for coming here today. I do want to just finish off with the comments and just to make sure, right, let me just quickly check the timer so I don't go too much. Yeah, by the way, Everton Brown, thank you so much. He's our patron as well, so just big up to him. Thank you so much. And you've been supporting for quite some time, quite a long time, I think. Anyway, all right, King Naldo, or just going through a quick last comments. Is it possible for you to obtain some type of honorary citizenship of Jamaica due to Ukraine's refusal to allow citizenship? I'm just a permanent resident. That's good enough. That's fine. Bless up, Irina. Hope all is well. Thank you. All right. Aside from your husband, have you found anyone to help you with scripts, filming, etc.? Not yet. Well, I have found the people. I don't have the money to pay them. So that's the thing. Yeah. All right. So Beefy, hi to Seattle. Okay, Yvette, Twee pronounces chi. What is it? Chi? Okay. I didn't know. Thank you. No direct flights and having to transit through the US or UK. Oh, I see. That's the problem with Ghana because you have to go through other countries. I see. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'm just going, guys, it's just quite a few more comments. I can't, it's just gonna never stop. I just want to thank everyone. If I didn't reply back to some people, I just see that Diane is just clearing up some of the things. That is a people group that includes the Ashanti as the largest tribal group. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I felt so. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much for coming, and just a few more congratulations to me with the 10th anniversary. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that you found the evening time on a Saturday evening to come and spend it with me. I'm sorry I don't have the beautiful background with the beach behind me. I just have a wall because I still haven't had the chance to decorate my new place in Kingston. I was just too much work on YouTube videos. But I definitely appreciate everyone who found the time to come today. And if you're watching this stream in recording, thank you so much to you as well. Please have a fantastic weekend. We're going to have the Heroes Day on the 21st of October. So if you're in Jamaica, don't forget to, take some rest and also remember the national heroes in Jamaica because, it's an important event. And I do appreciate everyone for being here today. Now, the new content is coming up next week. So I'm just editing very fast. The next video is the video I haven't mentioned in this live stream. So it's going to be a little surprise for everyone. But I hope you're definitely going to love it because it's so much fun. Video, I enjoyed doing it so much and filming it and editing it. So please stay tuned. A lot of new content is coming up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, guys.